In this video, we will be configuring a router to pass traffic from one LAN to the internet. And we're going to configure NAT, and we're going to prove that the partner server can access the internet. So before we get started, let's take a look at the server IP configurations. So right now we're on server 1, and this is the one that has 2 NIC cards. This is our bridge connection, and through our home wireless, as our network address there. And this is the NIC that is connected to our partner server, just a regular 10 or Class A network. So now if we move on over to server 2, we have only one NIC card, and this is the Class A network that we had on server 01. So in the best interest of time, I've already installed the RRAS service that we need, and it's only going to be used on server 01. And there are a number of ways that we could have configured the server to pass the traffic, but I chose to use a static route. So in order to configure the static route, we need to go to the Routing and Remote Access snap-in. We're going to click Static Routes under IPv4 and right-click and click New Static Routes. We're going to change the interface to host-only LAN because that's where our traffic is going to be coming from. And we're going to make a default route with the gateway pointing toward the gateway of the home wireless, which is 4.3.1. And we're going to change the metric to 5. And this is pretty important because we already have another default route. As you can see, it's only coming from the bridge LAN interface. We don't want this route being reached first, which is why we're going to set the metric for our static route to 5. That way all traffic gets to that route first. So now we're going to go and configure NAT. We're going to right click on General and click New Routing Protocol, select NAT and click OK. Right click NAT and click New Interface. We want to select Bridge LAN because that is the interface that is facing the public network, as you can see right there. We're going to enable NAT on this interface. Now to make sure that all DNS queries are responded to, we're going to set this machine to respond to them. You can see we check this checkbox that says resolve IP addresses for clients using DNS. That makes it so none of them go unanswered. Now we're going to move over to server 02, and as you can see, we open up Internet Explorer and it brings up Google. Now as another test, we're going to Google 2012 Microsoft certifications. And we're going to click the first one that pops up. And as you can see, everything's resolving correctly and we do have access to the internet. This concludes my lab video for the skills test in INTC 2030.